Hey everyone, what's up? It's Rachel here. Today I'm here with Ben and Michael. They are the founders of Aimedis and they're going to be joining us for this AMA today. Hey guys, how are you?
Hi Rachel.
Thank you very much. Very good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks again for joining us today. And thank you to the audience for joining us. Be sure to drop your questions in the chat and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So Ben and Michael, first question to get us started here. What is Aimedis?
Yeah, so what is Aimedis? Aimedis is a medical ecosystem, an operating system that combines nearly all e-health applications that you can find, combining medical records, video chat, prescriptions, appointments, second opinions, the connection of tracker devices like the Apple Watch or Withings, in one ecosystem to offer these services to patients, to doctors, to nurses, to all healthcare providers on the market, which is the basis of Aimedis. But Aimedis is not only these e-health applications. We are actually moving towards the using of medical data and the claiming of medical data by building up an NFT marketplace to sell the data and to gather it and to standardize it.
Wow. Okay, cool. So medical data being turned into NFTs then, is that part of one of the main concepts here?
Exactly. Yeah, it's one of the main concepts. You know, we have launched the platform by offering the patient-centered services to build a base, right? To build a base for this ecosystem. But we're now shifting more and more towards B2B services. So combining these services and offering the data combined in NFTs. I will explain later why we will do it in NFTs and not just in zip files or data packages. And adding more services like one tool that we call Aimedis Virtual Hospital, which is a hospital and practice information system that is also combined with the system. And yeah, so that's what Aimedis does.
Got it. Yeah. Ben, could you tell us a little bit about how this idea came about? Because it seems like there's a lot of concepts here. So I'm just kind of curious. It seems like this is decentralized healthcare, but can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, actually, when we started, it was our aim to kind of have a system that really reflects how healthcare works and that really connects all the important stakeholders in healthcare, make them come together and exchange the important data and information that we have. And we need, of course, to not only improve our workflow, but give patients the best outcome. So it came really out of necessity. We've been working in hospital. We've seen the problems in healthcare. We've been working in pharmaceutical companies as well. So we had some deep insights within that time about the deficiencies in healthcare. And that made us think about a system that we started to build a few years ago and continued persistently, going step by step and leading towards meanwhile already working system. Of course, it's a system that we will of course extend to bring all interested and important stakeholders to place and work with us on a platform that allows not only exchange of data but provides services and it gives a benefit to everyone that uses it. And we deeply believe that there's huge benefit in the digitization of healthcare, not only to the ones that work in the space, but for patients as well.
Mm-hmm. So it seems like you guys are taking healthcare data and putting it on a blockchain network to connect all parties involved, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, correct. You know,
right.
The thing that a lot of people ask us why we do everything in one place. And, we've both been working as doctors for long years. Ben and I, we studied together medicine in Düsseldorf. And started our career together in hospitals, so we had a good connection there. And the thing about healthcare in healthcare IT is that it's not comparable to normal IT. You know, when you look at different types of applications like banking or shopping, you know, you can create single apps that people use. But in healthcare, it's a little bit different, because you have the hospital IT that will not go away, right? Especially in the industrialized countries, there are established companies and established IT systems that will stay there forever, or for an uncertain duration of time. And when you come with a new application, you will not go to a doctor or to a hospital and say, hey guys, we have an app for video chat, we have an app for diabetes, we have an app for blood pressure. It will not work, because it's even difficult to teach the staff in hospital, to teach the patients use one system. And if you have different apps, like 1,000 apps on the phone, no one will use it. So you have to standardize it and create a space, you know, like a little bit, you know, like a shopping mall where you offer every service. So people just enter this one shopping mall and they can select from the different services using one user experience, one user interface, one login, which is very important. And so they don't have to switch between the systems. Besides, we make Aimedis interoperable with the existing healthcare IT, supporting certain standards that are there in healthcare, like FHIR, HL7, you know, all this stuff. And we also address the different regulations, GDPR in Europe, HIPAA compliance in the US market, and FDA compliant, you know, in the markets in Asia, for example, in the Philippines. So you have to combine everything in one and not in different applications.
Right. I'm curious to know about the technology behind it. So this is built on a blockchain network, correct?
Yeah, it's correct. It's not, you know, it's not only a blockchain system. The blockchain is there to add a service level, basically. You know, when you have a healthcare IT system, there's a lot of trust issues. You can tell people as a company, you can tell doctors, guys, we encrypt the data. We don't see your data. We do not access your data. Your employer is not accessing your data, but people do not believe you. They say, they tell us it's like that, but who knows, right? So you have to create an additional level of trust. And that's why we use the blockchain for, you know, because patient has their own access to their part of our blockchain, of the Aimedis blockchain, and they can follow up exactly who accessed the data, who uploaded this PDF, who uploaded that X-ray, who accessed my emergency files, when, and with what right management setting. Why did this person access my records? So this gives an additional level of trust. Besides, we also store data in the blockchain, not everything, but certain parts of the information. And we, not in this version that is already running, but the next version that is coming up, we will even more decentralize the blockchain nodes and the data by storing it on devices of users, for example, to build this, you know, to build this additional level of trust, which is absolutely important, because otherwise people will not believe you, because medical data is the most valuable and the most critical data that you can handle. More valuable than banking or shopping information. You know, Facebook, Instagram, all these companies, they are dealing with data. And there we talk about, okay, John went to cinema on Friday, and everyone says, okay, this is important information, but let's talk about a cancer disease. Let's talk about chronic diseases, which is much more valuable and much more important. So you have to save it, and you have to give people trust.